Hey everyone, welcome to the BakuView episode 47. First off, a little bit more on Bakugan Dimensions. If you're still having problems getting into the game, most people that I've talked to seem like they're having that blank screen problem. The best I can say is just create a new account, and if you have created a new account, try again. As far as I can assume, don't take my word for this, this is just what I'm guessing, since it's not like I work for Spin Master or have worked on the game or anything. I just think that what's probably going on is there's probably some kind of bug where when you create an account, it doesn't completely activate it, and then you have problems getting into the game, and that's where that blank screen occurs from. So if you've already created a new account, like I said, that's the best suggestion I have, is just create another new account and see if it works. Aside from that, just keep calling Spin Master's customer support and seeing if they've come up with any solutions. Aside from that, though, the game itself has been really interesting. I've been trying out all the different types of Bakugan. The legacy ones, as far as I know at least, they don't have any kind of special abilities at all or anything. They can't equip battle gear, so they're pretty much useless, which is really disappointing because, especially like Neo Dragonoid and Viper Helios, I really like them, but if they're going to be kind of useless to me, then there's no reason to use them. I would rather use a Bakugan that can have special ability, since that gives me more to work with. So aside from Legacy, we have the regular Gundalian Invaders that do equip battle gear. We have the Super Assaults that don't equip battle gear, but they have their own special, unique abilities. And we have Bakugan like Snapzoid and Hakupoid, where they're not Super Assaults, but they don't equip battle gear either. So they actually do have special abilities, just like the Super Assaults. Hakupoid, I have no idea what it does. It's some kind of command ability, so I don't know, it must give you some stat increase or something like that, but until we have some kind of guide telling us, I have no idea. So, Hakupoid, like I said, I'm not really sure, but Snapzoid has an attack with fast on it, so it pretty much is like Twin Destructor. So I guess I would consider using him for that reason, but the reason why I wouldn't is because I prefer to use the guys that equip the battle gear, for the main reason that, you know, if I figure that, let's say that along the road I realize that the Twin Destructor ability is not quite the style that I'm looking for in battle, and I want to try something more like Chompix or something, you know, I can always change, and instead of having that extra attack in there, I can have something else, or like Bilantor gear with its defense. I could use that. All I have to do is just swap out the battle gear for the other battle gear. But let's say that I spent like countless weeks increasing the power of my Snapzoid, and then I realize that I don't want to use that type of ability anymore. Then, you know, that's kind of leaving me in a bad situation, in the best words. I really have no choice but to start over with a new Bakugan, and he'll be back down to like 400 or wherever I have him at. So, like I said, the battle gear guys, obviously, if you want to change what you're doing, you can just switch battle gear. So that's why I prefer them over the Super Assaults and all that. So anyway, that's really all I had to say about the game. I've really been into it, and battling has been fun, and especially finding out all these interesting things, like with Snapzoid and stuff, that they have abilities. That's been fun to just, you know, try out different things and see what happens. But also the quests, I've been trying to do those, but it doesn't seem like they've really done much for me aside from achievements. But anyway, like I was trying to get to, I did some shopping, and I guess it was like 2 days ago now. It was, I want to say, I don't know, I think it was Monday when I did it. I got 2 triads at Walmart, so why don't I show you those. The first one is has Darkest Hyper Dragonoid at 730G. The reason why I got the triad was specifically for this Bakugan. I just always thought the Darkest one looked really cool from the Gundalian Invaders, how with the red eyes and the yellow teeth and everything. His face just really stands out, so I thought he looked really cool. So, like I said, I wanted to get him, and he came with the Ventus Helix Dragonoid at 640G and Subterra Dark at 620G, which I already have. So, you know, it was just for the Hyper Drago, so that's not really that special of a pack, but at least I have him now. And since I got that one, I figured I'd get the other Hyper Dragonoid, so I got the one with Pyrus. And what was really interesting to me was he is 800G, and all the Legacy Bakugan I've ever gotten have never been higher than 780G. So I figured that since that was the highest from New Vestroya, that's the reason why I've never seen higher. It's just like they're kind of showing that they have maxed their powers or whatever is what I assumed. But obviously this Drago has proved me wrong, seeing that he's 800G, so there might be some other legacies out there that are higher than 780 as well. So anyway, like I said, I got him, and I got the there's a Ventus Strike Flyer at 660G, which I don't have one at 660G. I think the one I have is at I want to say it was 780. So at least that gives me another Bakugan to add to my collection there, instead of another double that I was gonna throw in a bag and have for other contests or something like that. And then we have Darkus Avior at 620G, which I already have two already, but this one actually has a really nice paint job as opposed to the other ones. Well, I mean, there's still some issues with it, but it's a lot better looking than the other ones I have, so I'll probably keep this one as well. So this was a pretty good pack, at least, that while the only new one was the Pyrus Hyper Dragonoid, at least, like I said, I got a new G-Power for him, and I got a better looking Avior as far as that. So anyway, that was that triad, or those triads I got then, and I went out yesterday shopping again, and this time I went to Target first, and at Target I got this triad that had a Chaos Neo Dragonoid, which is really cool. He's 730G. I've never had a Chaos Neo Dragonoid from New Vestroya, so I always wanted one, so luckily I got one now. And with him was a Pyrus Avior, 630G, and one of these Darkus Strike Flyers that I have 1,000 of now at 630G. So there's those. And I also got a Subterra Cordum at 780G. Reason why I got him was because the only Subterra Cordum I have is the one from the spin controller, so that's a translucent one, so I figured I'd get an actual, you know, just a regular Cordum. And then I went to Toys R Us, and I got finally the gold Battle Turbine, so I have all of the different attribute battle gear from the older ones. Obviously, as far as I know, Chompix, Zuckinator, Boomix, and Battle Saber do not have anything other than the ones that they're currently in. So I guess, like I said, as of right now, I have all the different battle gear in different attributes. The only thing I don't have is like that 70G Air Core and Jet Core. So while I did see them, I decided to pass on them for right now, since I don't know, they weren't really going to help me out in the game. I was more looking for just buying Bakugan anyway instead of Battle Gear yesterday, so you know, they're not going to go away, so I'll just get them next time. Other than that, at Toys R Us, I got another triad that had this clear Cosmic Ingram 700G, and then there's the Aqua Snapzoid at 660G. And what was really interesting is this Pyrus Helix Dragonoid at 600G, but as you can clearly see, this one is a Crimson and Pearl. Well, you can't clearly see since this thing won't focus, but maybe if I move some stuff out, I don't know, I guess it doesn't want to focus for me. But I don't know, I just found it kind of odd. I've seen it before, and I was like, that can't be a Crimson and Pearl, but it was. And so here he is. And one thing that was interesting, though, that I'll mention is that while he's a Crimson and Pearl, his DNA code, when I put it in, he showed up as a regular Pyrus Helix Dragonoid. So I don't know if that was some kind of mistake, that they really didn't mean to put these in a pack that was sold at Toys R Us or what, but nonetheless, here he is. So I'm actually running out of time, so I think, well, why don't I try to squeeze this in real fast, because there was just one other pack to mention. So or no, there is more to say, so why don't I cut this video and I'll show you the rest of them in the second one. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys. See you on the next one.